How They Croaked, The Awful Ends of the Awfully Famous by Georgia Bragg. If you love gory and revolting, and the more the better, this is the book for you. Did you know that Henry VIII's corpse exploded when it was lying in its coffin? Did you know the reason a mummy's eye sockets appear empty is because the eyeballs become so teeny during drying? If rehydrated, they return almost to normal size. Dive in. Soon you will be grossing out your friends and family with all the wild and strange things you discover. Pet by Akwaeke Mezi. The town of Lucille eradicated monsters in a long ago revolution, and Jam grows up there surrounded by love and unconditional acceptance, believing she lives in a world without evil. When Jam unconsciously unlocks an interdimensional gateway in her artist mom's painting, Pet, humongous and gross, walks through, entreating Jam for help hunting down a monster that still remains hidden to the townspeople. Become You, Volume 1 by Ichigo Takano. To a musician, there's nothing like performing live at a festival, and for Taiyo Ashi, visions of celebrities sparkling in his mind, this will be his first. What a rush! Until all his band members quit and his search for replacements yields zilch, his dreams slipping away. About ready to give up, Taiyo discovers amazingly talented classmate Hikari, who would be the perfect bandmate if only they would say yes. If you like Takano's Orange series, you're going to love this book, her latest. The Assassination of Brangwain Spurge by M.T. Anderson. Top secret transmissions, goblins battling kingdoms. These are just some of the elements and obstacles elfin historian Brangwain Spurge encounters on his mission to deliver a gift from Elfland, a rare jewel intended to forge peace. On his reluctant quest, the snobby bungler Brangwain crosses paths with bookish and idealistic goblin Werfel. A series of misadventures ensue, and soon the two are on the run from the goblin secret police. Wild and wacky, this tall tale takes off from page one with never a dull moment until the grand finale. Grimoire Noir by Vera Greenkey. Girls rock in Blackwell. After all, only they possess magic. However, when Bucky, he who never leaves the house without indispensable gear of fedora and trench coat, learns his younger sister has disappeared, he's on it. Bucky and Best Bud Chamomile, her special powers levitation, team up and secretly investigate. They confront dark forces, unearth family secrets, and encounter a wrathful spirit. Akata Witch by Nedia Corafor. Moving with her family from the U.S. to Nigeria, Sunny becomes the target of bullying for being a foreigner and an albino until she is rescued from a beating by a classmate and is drawn into a magical world. She discovers she is a descendant of the leopard people and therefore has magical abilities. These are all talents that will come in handy as she attempts to stop a serial killer. Nimona by Noelle Stevenson. Moxie pays off for wannabe baddie Nimona, brilliant shapeshifter extraordinaire, when she successfully infiltrates nefarious Ballister Blackheart's den of heinousness. She slashes and burns her way through this swashbuckling graphic novel, breaking rules and generally creating mayhem for Ballister's gang. Meanwhile, he begins to root around in Nimona's past, unearthing secrets she would prefer remain buried. The Magic Fish by Trung Le Nguyen. Being an only child of Vietnamese refugee parents makes connection as well as communicating about difficult issues tough. Tien and his mother begin to forge a bond through storytelling, he reading aloud to her tales borrowed from the library, while she recounts folklore from her heritage. In the midst of these tentative efforts, Tien desperately seeks for a way to share a secret with his parents. His mother returns to Vietnam following her mother's death, and life gets even more complicated. Agony House by Cherie Priest. Move in with Denise and her parents. They're living in a dilapidated old Victorian in New Orleans and have discovered they are not alone. Creeping shadows, elusive scents, a falling ceiling all quickly devolve into dangerous incidents and frightening visitations. Meanwhile, Denise slowly begins to make new friends and pokes around in the attic for clues to the house's history, where she finds someone with whom she has much in common. Lucida Might, gun-toting, intrepid girl crime fighter of a 1950s comic book. White Rose by Kip Wilson. Hitler must go, Hans and Sophie Scholl conclude, even though they have been ardent members of Hitler's youth since childhood, and they will do whatever it takes to make that happen. Uniting with trusted friends, they form the secret resistance collective White Rose. The group drafts, prints, and disseminates leaflets questioning the Reich's treatment of Jews and advocating Hitler's overthrow. Treasonous activities. Based on the Scholl's tragic history, author Kip Wilson has crafted a riveting and bone-chilling read. Thank you for listening. If you like the sound of these books, they are some of the most excellent prize books we have on offer for summer reading. See you at the library.